last week you were here, you said you wanted OG to be meaner defensively. Do you want to be meaner offensively like you might have been tonight?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if he can be mean, but if he can do what he did tonight, we'll be all right. So it's about time, man. I think that's what everybody's been waiting on. So, string them together. Now the next step is just consistency, and that's I think what we're all chasing to be is great on every night, every other night basis. So he's been incredible. It's great to see and just be there to keep encouraging them and keep pumping them with confidence because we're going to need that for the rest of the year.
I know your night didn't start as well as you probably wanted it, but it ended. I think you made 6 of your last 8 shots or something like that. Was that just getting the rust off and the timing back and that kind of stuff? Or
yeah, I still feel like shit. So when you're sick and you wake up and you feel better than the day before, you think you're 100%. So it took all about 3 minutes before I realized I wasn't 100% yet, but just happy to be back playing and just that was a lot of fun tonight. It was a competitive game. The Heat are always fun to play against. They do a lot of the same things we do. We have tremendous respect for them. So it was just a fun night, and we were able to come out with the win.
What have since the game you played in Oklahoma City, what have those days been like?
It's probably been a full week now. I wasn't feeling the greatest in the Houston game. Travel, obviously, it gets worse and worse, and got myself ready to play in the OKC, and that was probably, the last of the energy that I had left. So all my tests came back negative. I was happy about that, but I think everyone I've talked to in the world is just the worst cold that we've had, right? And nobody's really had a cold in 2 years because we've been wearing masks. So it was my turn, and, I hope that everybody can avoid it because it wasn't fun. But hopefully, the worst is behind me, and just happy to be back with the group.
Nice bounce back from Scotty tonight. What's been the message to him over the last few games? He's sort of been dealing with a bit of a shooting slump.
There's no message, man. You guys have fun on Twitter. That's about it. Other than that, everybody goes through it. There's highs, there's lows, there's good games, there's bad games. He's finding his way, and just got to continue to keep working and keep playing. Nobody around here is worried about him. We know how great of a player he's going to be. There's not any young player I would trade him for, and the sky's the limit for him. So whether that's tomorrow or in a couple of years, we'll see. The rest is up to him and how much work he puts in and how he approaches the game. But he'll be fine. It's just everyday banter when you got to dissect every possession and every play. And I didn't really even realize that was a narrative until I was sitting at home watching the game, watching the Detroit game. But yeah, it's a little overblown. He's got to get to it. Obviously, he can play better. We all know that. But as far as trying to make a conclusion about him as a player, I think it's pretty ridiculous.
We talk a lot about how you and Siakam make life easier on Scotty when you are in the lineup, right? But how much easier does he make it on you when he is playing with the kind of energy that he brought tonight, and he's just kind of all over the floor on both ends?
Yeah, well, you guys know how aggressive I am, so any type of aggression, I welcome that with open arms. I think that's what the game is about. You got to play with that fire and that passion and just impose your will, whatever that is for your game. And for him, you could see it from the jump ball, pushing the tempo, pushing the pace, getting his body downhill, making plays for himself and for others. And when he does that, we're a better team. Now, again, everybody goes through different things to where it may not be there on a night-to-night basis. You just got to find out how to do that. Everybody has gone through it. He's 21 years old, I think, so he'll find his way. But I was happy to see him, more aggressive tonight.
Do you like going up against Kyle, or is it too frustrating having you two going at it?
No, it's funny. It's funny for me. I don't get fried. There's nothing he could do that would frustrate me. It's annoying when he tricks the refs, but other than that, it's just fun watching him still do what he does, and I thought he was old 3 years ago, so to see him still kicking and making an impact and putting pressure on the defense, and just you could just see, the greatness in him, and it's just fun to match up against him, and just, he keeps you working, keeps your mind, you got to be attentive at all times. It's just a fun chess match.
Right, you said at one point last year that you and Kyle still talk to each other pretty much every day. What are those conversations like these days? Because last year a lot of it was kind of figuring out what the Raptors looked like without him, and sort of what do you guys talk about on a regular basis these days?
It's not really none of your business, but since you asked, I don't know. We talk about all type of things, life, family, everything. We talk basketball. He watches all of our games, believe it or not. I watch as many games of them as I can stomach. I'm a Kyle fan. I'm not really a Heat fan, but yeah. We talk. We talk about everything, and he's helping me through obviously this transition of me, running the show now, being here, and I always lean on him for advice, and he's always there in my corner to help me, and vice versa. So I don't know if you talk to somebody every day, every other day, like I don't know, what do you talk to your best friend about? Exactly. There you go. Everything.
When he starts in the fourth quarter there, when he starts trying to basically will the team to that win or a win, what's he like verbally? Like, is it jacked up? Like, is it more than it was earlier?
I mean, he's always jacked up. I don't know. I haven't really seen him like zoned out of a game maybe a handful of times that I've ever seen him in 7 years. So he was pretty into it. He was trying to figure it out, but we were able to come out with the win. So. I think he accepted that it wasn't going to go his way after he's trying to get a call reviewed or something like that. So once the refs don't let him trick him, we're in good shape.
Fred, with that, you always expect him to make all these smart plays. What's it do for the team when you see him diving for a loose ball?
Who's that? That. Oh, man, he does everything. He's one of those guys that you just could, if you were trying to teach a young guy how to play, you just say, watch that. Watch him every possession. He tries to do everything the right way. He's, attention to detail and the way he executes the game plan. He's physical. He's down there banging, getting rebounds, and he lays his body on the line. Super unselfish, and just a great guy to have on your team, especially with guys trying to figure it out. So he's been incredible for us over this last week, and somebody that we can continue to lean on. Obviously the young fella's going to be up and down, but so to have a steady hand like that is big for us.
To go from not getting minutes in DMPs early in the season to contributing the way he is now, how much of a lesson is that for young guys who are maybe trying to crack the rotation?
Yeah, it's just experience. It's just experience and knowing that your time's going to come and you can't, jump off a bridge. I won't say he wasn't frustrated, but, he was still there. He was still, coming in, getting his work in and being locked into the group and trying to help the guys. And I think, when you're older, it's easier for you to accept the role that you're in and just understand what that is, and something that he's done for 16 years now. So it's a great lesson for a lot of these young guys that we try to turn into superstars right away, but there's a lot of roles that need to be filled throughout the league, and that is a great example of that. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Fred.